South Africa, they win the semi-final of the plate. They're in the final of the plate. Abhishek Junjunwala.
It's a good win. They were under a bit of pressure after JJ Smuts got out, but they came out of that hole quite nicely at the end. The Hong Kong, they played good cricket overall in this tournament.
Well, the run chase for South Africa in the semi-final of the plate. Madiri Nepak, the wicketkeeper, redeemed himself after yesterday's disappointing display. 41 from 15. Jones was good, 26 from 8. Getting over the line comfortably with 3 balls to spare. 6 options used. Ehsan Khan better today, 2 overs for 30. Wicket taker Imran Arif, 1 over for 12. That Nepak Khan over though, the 5th over, did the damage. 26 he went for. South Africa in the semi-final have advanced courtesy of a wide. They don't care. They are in the final of the plate, and their loyal fans who have been here for 3 days are absolutely ecstatic. Hong Kong have been excellent all tournament. They can be very proud of their efforts. Nepak Khan has led his side well. A game, a semi-final played in good spirits. South Africa, though, advancing to the final of the plate. Good performance from South Africa. They won the toss. They wanted to chase. They bowled well, restricting Hong Kong to 92 for 4. We felt probably 10 or 15 below par. In the chase, they never really looked too worried. Getting over the line with 3 balls to spare. South Africa winning by 4 wickets. Good game of cricket, Abhishek.
A proper game of cricket. The first place semi-final, they managed to win it with 4 wickets and some exciting hitting. Plenty of sixes. 10 in that innings from South Africa. At times you felt that they might be under pressure after JJ Smuts got out. There was a chance for Hong Kong, but then Jones came in and batted with some real purpose and intent, and with some towering sixes, Madiri and Jones got their team home successfully, and that was an unbelievable hit. Traveled a long, long way. A drop chance. Things could have been a bit different. And then, straight after that, getting caught at long on. With that boundary. And a couple of wides. After that, South Africa wins it easily with 4 wickets in hand.
South Africa are in the final of the plate. Who will they play? Nepal up against the UAE. We're going to head downstairs with Nashpreet Singh, who's got the player of the match.
Welcome to the post-match presentation for the plate semi-final match between South Africa and Hong Kong. Alongside me, I've got Anurag Bhatnagar, who's the board member of Cricket Hong Kong, China, to honor Madiri Nepak for the player of the match honor. Thank you, Anurag. Congratulations, you guys have made it to the plate finals. How are you feeling?
Fairly good. We were a bit disappointed yesterday after losing to Pakistan, but we are glad we were able to get the win today.
You guys are the defending champions. I'm sure you wanted to be in that cup final, but you're doing really well. What do you think of this format?
Very entertaining. Very entertaining. Every ball is as important as the next, so it's teaching us a lot how to swing our bats.
It's been a pleasure to watch you guys play. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, South Africa have managed to get one over and they're through to the finals of the plates. But it's the final day of the Hong Kong Sixers 2024. A stunning city. We are back for what has been one of the most iconic tournaments across world cricket. 12 of the best sides. And tonight, we would find out who's got what it takes to lift that trophy in 2024. Hong Kong Sixes. Bigger teams have platter to receive. Have been so good. New Zealand took on England in the opening game of day 3, and it was Ravi Bopara's fireworks that got England the win. South Africa have managed to win their plate semi-final versus Hong Kong. And now it's Nepal versus UAE, but let's listen in to Ravi Bopara, the player of the match from game number 1 of day 3.
Welcome to the post-match presentation for the bowl match between England and New Zealand, and England have gotten into the bowl final. Alongside me, Hong Kong, China to award a Ravi Bopara with the player of the match honor. Thank you, Rebecca. Ravi, second player of the match. You guys got into the bowl final. Are you happy now?
I guess so. There's always something to play for. It's actually done really well. The teams that missed out on the final, the proper final, have still got something to play for. So
yeah, that's true. Did you enjoy this format, the Sixes format?
yeah, it's been brilliant. It's been great fun. I think I think you can learn a lot about your game in this, with obviously small boundaries and a very short period. You've got to get going pretty quickly. In the way cricket's going, the quicker you can start hitting the ball out the park, the better career you're going to have in the short form.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. All the best for the final.
Thank you.
If there was one country where Ravi Bopara hadn't played a straight, it was Hong Kong, and even that is off the list now. One of the most well-travelled cricketers across the world. Got Hong Kong and Sandeep Johra, some of the better catches that we have seen in the tournament. I'd like to bring in former Aussie and Hong Kong cricketer Ryan Campbell, Nepak with that terrific catch, and also Brad Hogg. Gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks, mate. The fielding here has been outstanding. With such a high-octane game, you really need your fielders. You've only got 4 of them. You really need them to step up, and we've seen some outstanding performances so far in this weekend.
Yeah, but we just saw South Africa get one over the previous game, but it's Nepal versus a heartbroken UAE. It's the plate semi-final. Coming to you live from Mission Road Ground here in Bangkok, Hong Kong. The toss happened a little while ago. And it is UAE who won the toss, and just like yesterday, they have elected to field first. And Hoggy, here is the playing 11. Nepal, got to keep your eye out. And Sandeep Johra, the captain.
Sandeep Johra is sensational, but Pratish, the bowler, he's kept them in this tournament with some sensational left-arm quick bowling.
And that's the UAE lads, captained by Asif Khan. They're a little disappointed after going out late yesterday in the dark, but I'm sure they'll be ready to bounce back.
And they've got to reset. They've got to forget about what happened in that game against Bangladesh. They're in a plate semi-final. And Lokesh Bahadur is at the crease. First ball coming up from Akif Raja. That's a long run-up. It's a smallish crown. That's a long run-up. It's a smallish crown. That's a long run-up. It's a smallish crown. Once again, a little wayward, but not a heavy price to pay. Just a Nepal, this is their moment. Ryan Campbell has got a smile on his face, but they managed to beat Australia by 11 runs.
They were fantastic against Australia. Means so much to these players and the fans back in Nepal. Some of the most loyal and devoted fans in world cricket. Oh.
That's a beautiful pickup. It was on middle stump. He shuffled a little. That into the crowd for a massive. He were 9 away from 500, gentlemen.
attack those stumps. He favours the leg side. But again, he's been he's chipped in with a couple of 20s and 30s against some big names.
He's trying a similar shot. 14 on the board for Nepal. And just using that in parlance to what we are seeing, because 6-over game, a smallish boundary. Sure, Australia who have played a lot of cricket in this kind of a format, a shorter format, but Nepal, they've got to pat themselves on the back.
They've been the best team in the field. They've been the best team with the ball as well. They deserve to be where they are. They were very unlucky against Sri Lanka last night.
That's up in the air. There is a fielder getting under it, and he pounces on it. That's the first wicket. And it's Akif Raja.
Well, that's a big loss for Nepal, losing their main batter, who scored 250s throughout the tournament. He was going big. Slower delivery, bamboozled Sandeep Ajora. He's out for 7. Nepal 14.
New batsman in is Lokesh. And Nepal have been rocked by that first wicket, that of the captain. Rashid joins in now. Sanchit Sharma, the new bowler. He's represent level in ODIs and T20s. Oh, some movement there, Ryan.
Well, there's a bit of... So we wondered if there might be a little bit of swing, but this is the big... Got really done by... Didn't get much of the bat on it. Only held out to mid...
That's another dot delivery. Sanchit is clearly getting some movement. And Lokesh Bahadur Ram strikes a 4 or a 6 every 4.8 deliveries in T20s. That's not going to come in handy if you're playing in the Hong Kong Sixes.
It definitely is. He's missed the first couple. If we were playing baseball, this could be the third one.
It's just been good bowling here from Sanchit. The ball before, just going away from him outside off stump, knowing that Lokesh wants to favour the leg side. That's something that Lokesh can add to his game. Look for scoring options on the offside rather than...
Interesting story about Sanchit. We'll come back to that. He's just conceded 1 of the 3 deliveries. Oh, that's got to be another dot ball. Getting movement.
Rashid. That is moving away from him, and again, side, rather than trying to hit with that swing, hit with the ball outside off stump through the cover region. Nepal got to capitalise on this with the spaces all around the ground.
And the finger goes up. Sanchit Sharma gets some dividend. Some tight. He's conceded 1 and now he picks up a wicket.
Outstanding bowling. Absolutely brilliant. Dot balls, pressure building. You watch this, it's nice and full and swinging back. It's crashing into the stumps. Umpire, put your hand up. Rashid comes out for a duck. And Nepal in early trouble at 15 for 2. Comes out for a duck. Didn't get anywhere near it. The Kiwis are in trouble. England are going to get into a final. 82 for 2.
They're going to run a second there. Well, the non-striker refuses. And we've seen it all. The most economical over now in 2024 of the Hong Kong Sixers. Just 2 off it, 16 off 2. $16 for 2. We've had a sensational over from sensational Sanchit. Not only does he play for UAE, so does his sister. It's a family of UAE cricketers that takes the...
Well, dare I say it, a much needed outside edge. Will take him any way they can get him at the moment.
Oh, well, Asif has come in, and the first 2 deliveries, he's not very happy. You should start by... to go for that modified sweep. Hoggy, what is it with bowlers? Even if it doesn't come out right from your hands, you're just angry. You got your hands on your hips.
Never get angry, you just use body language. If you bowl a bad word, if you bowl a bad ball, it's just act as though you did it to...
For 2, and they're trying to get those big shots for only 1-6. We are into the 3rd over, but those are the next 3 games. India looking for their first win. They're up against Oman. It's their final game of the tournament, and then you've got Those two big semi-finals. That's massive. It's into the skies. That's a 6.
Oh yeah, oh boy, that's a biggie. Nepal needing someone to ignite this innings, and right there, oh, that's right in the bread basket.
Once again, it was into his hitting arc. And the end of 33 for 2, Nepal. Take a look at the last few deliveries, like the last 10. That second over from Sanchit was just tremendous. Last over yielding 17. This is a boundary. 17 off it already. It's gonna be a wide.
Well, what will be interesting, the UAE side have used Zahor as the guy to bowl 2 overs quite often so far in this tournament, but with this over not going quite to plan, and of course we've seen one amazing over from Sachin where he bowled 1 over, 1 for 2. Is he the guy to get the second over?
Gotta be. He's a man in form. That's too easy. It was a full toss, it was dipping, and he carves it for a maximum.
This over has just given Nepal a little shining light going into the game. If they can get around 100, 110, it might be just enough against UAE with their bowling attack and the way they field.
Decent end to the over. Still expensive. 25 of it. Nepal 58 for 2. The end of 4. .26 for 2, and they're trying to get those big shots.
Has just given Nepal a little shining light going into the game. If they can get around 100, 110, it might be just enough against UAE with their bowling attack and the way they field.
Decent end to the over. Still expensive. 20 of it. Nepal 58 for 2. The end of 4. Decent end to the over. Still expensive.
and I could just say, if that was in my team and Hoggy, you bowled the first over and I didn't bowl him the second, I wouldn't have had a chance to get up the other end without Hoggy tackling me. Say, mate, what are you doing?
And that's to put it politely. Oh, that's going.
That's flying over point for another 6. He moves on to 45 of 13. Vivek Yadav.
Well, that's better from Babak. It had a bit of a shaky start to this innings, but now he's getting in good positions. And Akif just trying to go wider rather than attack the stumps. Just lost the length. And that's just too easy for Babak. That's one of the best shots that we've seen in this tournament.
I tell you what, he's played 22 T20s. This 45 is his highest score across. His highest score in T20s is 39. He's got 45 now. The Sixers game. But India versus Oman is the next game. Indian fans have come here to Hong Kong. Well, they've been disappointed. A little mix-up between the two batters. They get to safety. That's a little run that they managed to steal.
Yeah, talking about Babak there, Ravi Bopara in a press conference for Man of the Match earlier today just said it improves his batting. He said it's actually made me think of other things from my batting. Babak, this is his highest score. Hopefully he can take that into the T20 game moving forward.
Where's that going? Straight to the fielder. And that will be the end of Lokesh. 19 runs, but he falls on the 10th delivery. 75 for 3.
What's a slow delivery? Again, try and play the slog rather than a conventional shot. Just got big on him. Lokesh is out. This is not good for Nepal because his partner is just about to retire on 50, 75 for 3.
Pratish, the man with the highest number of wickets in this tournament, walks out. Little mean leg spin. And let's run down to the fielder. Only taken one. He gets a direct hit. And they're going to steal a second.
Handy that for Nepal because it keeps Babak on strike. Some leg spin in the last over. Needs some sixes. That was the wicket. Back of the hand, slower ball.
That might bring a huge smile on Brad Hawk's face. The amount of flight that he got. And that's
Robin Uthappa gearing up for India's final game in the Sixes. They are up against Oman. That's match 6. Where's that going? Into the stands. He got the flight right, maybe not so much the length. That's gone.
Well, the ball before was a little flighted and just under the eyes of Babak. No room to get on top of it. But this one, Tadun has darted it in on a good length, and that's just easy pickings on this pitch.
We've seen one amazing over from Satchit where he bowled one over, one for
given
2.
away. Now 85.
Is he the guy to get the
3
second
deliveries
over?
remaining. To get to 100 is it's the simplest thing you need to do. That's too easy. It was a full toss. It was tipping. And he carves it for a maximum.
This over has just given Nepal a little shining light going into the game. If they can get around 100, 110, it might be just enough against UAE with their bowling attack and the way they field.
decent end to the over. Still expensive. 25 of it. Nepal 58 for 2. The end of 4. Six for 2, and they're trying to get those big shots. Say, mate, what are you doing? And that's to put it politely. Oh, that's flying over point for another 6. He moves on to 45 of 13. Vivek Yadav for another 6. He moves on. Oh, that's flying over point for another 6. He moves on to 45 of 13. Vivek Yadav for another 6. He moves on.
That's better from Babak. It's had a bit of a shaky start to this innings, but now he's getting in good positions. And O'Keefe just trying to go wider rather than attack the stumps.
They like
just
it. The
lost the length, and that's just too easy for Babak. That's one of the best shots that we've seen in this tournament.
Give the national side who are in South Africa and going off to Uganda a word of good luck ahead of the World Cup qualifying tournament.
Absolutely. We've actually had to fly 3 of our players back here from South Africa. They're now going to be going off elsewhere, and I'm sure they're going to prosper and do very, very well out there. The standards have improved considerably.
But India versus Oman is the next game.
Again,
Indian
thanks to the
fans
Hong Kong government for supporting
come here
us
to
in
Hong
every
Kong.
way, and the MMark Fund to ensuring complete success.
Well,
of
they've
this
been
tournament.
disappointed.
Thank you, Bertie. Great to talk to you as always. We'll see you next year.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks a ton to Mr. Burji Shroff for bringing one of the most iconic tournaments back for cricket fans. But India taking on Oman, match 6 in the bowl group. And India looking for that elusive win. Let's go down for the toss between the two sides.
Toss time here. India, the home side. Robbie Uthappa alongside me. Vinayak Shukla, who's having a cracking tournament. Captain of Oman. And as always, the match referee, Mr. Gandhi. Pass it to Robbie. Give her your best flick. Oh, no. We will do that one again. Flick it again. Tails is the call.
5 of 13, Vivek Yadav.
You're going to
that's better from Babak.
Well, we've tried it all.
A bit of a shaky start to this innings, but now he's getting
and
in
you've
good
tried
positions.
everything. You've batted, you've bowled, you've kept. Are you
just
having a good
trying
time?
to go wide up
Well,
rather
I
than
wouldn't
attack
say
the
a lot.
stumps. Just lost the length, and that's just too easy for Babak. That's one of the best shots that we've seen in this tournament.
I tell you what, he's played 22 T20s. This 45 is his highest score across. His highest score in T20s is 39. He's got 45 now. The Sixers game. But India versus Oman is the next game. Indian fans have come here to Hong Kong. Well, they've been disappointed. A little mix-up between the two batters. They get to safety. Yeah, that's a little run that they managed to steal.
Yeah, talking about Babak there, Ravi Bopara in a press conference for Man of the Match earlier today just said it improves his batting. He said it's actually made me think of other things when we're batting. Babak, this is his highest score. Hopefully he can take that into the T20 game moving forward.
Where's that going? Straight to the fielder. And that'll be the end of Lokesh. 19 runs, but he falls on the 10th delivery. 75 for 3.
Well, it's a slow delivery. Again, trying to play the slog rather than a conventional shot. Just got big on him. Lokesh is out. This is not good for Nepal because his partner is just about to retire on 50, 75 for 3.
Pratish. The
that they can square that man on the offside and put him in more of a point region.
There's only one fielder on the offside, ain't it, right?
Yeah, they've just moved the mid-off out to that point region, as Ryan was just saying, and that's why Ryan was a good leader. He reads the game.
He's the current coach of Durham. He's done it all. 8 for no loss. 2 boundaries of the first 2 deliveries. Or they try to steal another single.
But just the change in the field has made a change in Assis' approach, and you just saw him there just practicing where he's going to hit the ball. But this is Pratish's 3 wickets against Australia. Sensational bowling. This was an absolute beauty to get the captain out, Dan Christian. And watch out for the next one. Alex Ross, the Yorker. Normally the sweepologist sweeps that, but didn't want to take on the quickness of Pratish.
He took 3 against Australia. He's got the most wickets in this tournament. 6 in total. But he gets a 6 off the bat of Asif. 14. UAE chasing 95.
A magnificent shot, got the length wrong. We've seen that all tournament. You bowl step hit here, it is going to end up on the wrong side of the rope for a bowler.
Just had to be that the 506 of the tournament was off the bowler who's taken the most wickets. Ladies and gentlemen, 500 sixes in a span of 3 days.
Wherever there's chocolates, there's always boiled lollies as well.
That's 3,000 runs of just sixes. Also, maybe 500 balls that were lost. That's gone again. It's Brian Lara's high score in first-class cricket, 501. That's the number of sixes we've seen over 3 days. 20 for no loss, 2 sixes back-to-back.
Asif just can hit the ball so hard. Not a lot of elevation on that one. Smashes into our tent, looking after all our support staff. Dangerous start for Nepal.
Final delivery for Pratish. This over, he's already given away 20 runs. Did have that one dot delivery. He finished strong now. No, he won't. That's as straight as it can be. Third consecutive six. What a start for the captain and UAE. 26 for no loss at the end of the first over. This has been a dream start for UAE. They managed to restrict Nepal to a less than 100. And 26 already in the first over. Khalid gets set to take strike. And it's Rashid Khan. This one's a fast bowler. Ain't a spinner. This one is from Nepal.
Nepal just a little nervous. But Rashid Khan just making sure he's got the field where he wants it.
That's got to point. Brings back Asif. And we did manage to catch up with Asif ahead of this tournament.
इसमें तो ये जो इन्होंने चेंजिंग की है, पहले मेरे ख्याल 33 रन्स पे प्लेयर डिक्लेयर हो जाता, तो अभी इन्होंने उसको थोड़ा अबव किया, 50 पे जाकर डिक्लेयर. तो ये थोड़ा सा एक्साइटेड है क्योंकि हम तो दुबई में ज्यादा T10 और T20 ही खेलते हैं, तो ये फॉर्मेट जो है उन्हें सूट करता है.
It's just pertinent, right? They play a lot of T10, they play a lot of T20, and you crunch it down to 6 overs. This suits them a lot. And Asif is having a ball right now. He's got 26, Brad. UAE need this win. They want to get into that final of the plates.
Well, both teams do. Asif Khan, 26. So far, 3 sixes. He's only faced 7 balls. Absolutely dominating Nepal, but he dominated the best bowler of the tournament in Pratesh.
Yeah, well, come back to Asif, and that's once again, or just falls short of the fielder. This has been a good over. Only 2 coming off it, but that was the first over. And boy, was Asif absolutely smashing it.
The thing I like about the batting in that over was that he just used the ball going across him, accessing that offside through the backward point where there are no fielders with 2 conventional shots. And when they changed the field, he changed his approach as well.
Well, Asif won the ILT20 title with MI Emirates this year. He's also got the record for the 5th fastest ODI 100 of all time, of 41 deliveries. And whom did it come against?
Nepal.
Now, I'm going to put you to the test. Have a look at Asif's backlift. Who does it remind you of?
Misbah ul Haq from Pakistan. There's that very languid rocking back. They got 29. What a terrific over this has been from Rashid. 3 runs coming off it. Sanchit had 2 runs conceded off his 1 over, and that is well adjusted. Goes down to third for another boundary.
Good batting, struggling to find the boundaries. UAE 33 for naught.
Well, for the Indian fans, the news from Hong Kong is that Robin Uthappa has won the toss. He's going to be the wicket-keeper. He's not bowling, and India are going to bat first. The final game of this tournament. They've been winless. We're looking for that first win on Lokesh Bahadur. 7 coming off that last over after what was just a belligerent start from Asif Khan. He's got him between the legs.
Good start. Good start. Just starting to drag back in after that first over. Nepal dragging this game back towards their way.
Too many dot deliveries, especially in that previous over. They're taking the pace off the ball, Hoggy, and they're making the batter struggle.
It's just been good bowling too. They're varying their lengths and just backing that variety to try and bamboozle the UAE batsmen. Taking a little bit of a risk. They have to take that risk, really, to try and get themselves back into the game.
Remember, this is day 3 of this tournament. You had few pitches. That's another dot delivery.
Just noticing with Asif, even against Rashid Khan the over before, he was trying to overhit it. He was trying to slog, not bat like he was in the first over, where he's just batting beautifully, conventional cricket shots. Get back to your conventional cricket shots, Asif, and there it is. You play properly, you get value.
Well, when the ball doesn't pitch, it's out of the ground. 6 number 503. And Asif Khan moves on to 37 of just his 12 deliveries. That's the 4th 6 to go alongside those 3 boundaries that he has hit. That's not a great ball. And Asif Khan once again is brutal. He's dealing in 6s.
Yeah, he is. I'm just going to say, I'm going to suggest he should be bowling over the wicket. He has such a unique swing that you're actually bowling from bowling around the wicket. You're almost serving it straight into where he wants it.
That's gone as well. Close to where the commentary box is. That's 3 6s in succession. 52 for no loss of 3. Now Asif Khan, lucky him, he's on 49. He can just get another 6. and then retire. UAE currently chasing 95. Need 43 more runs of their 3 overs. And Rashid starts off with a wide. He's already bowled an over.
Good move here by Nepal. You've got your best bowler of the day bowling the second over straight up. While he's fresh, keen, and your team are on the back foot, you've got to make that move.
Robin Atappa getting a little warm up. And that's another 6. First from the bat of Khalid. He joins his captain in this party.
Excellent shot. Just waiting on the back foot. Short arm jolt. Momentum right in the UAE's way now.
And just to remind everyone, the winner of this game will take on South Africa in the plate final. And the loser goes home. That's a 6.
I feel we just hit the repeat button. Same ball, same result, same shot, bang. Exactly the same.
It's not looking promising for Nepal. They've not managed to pick up a wicket. And Asif and Khalid, they're just going bang bang. They've already got 65 on the board. 30 required for 2.4 overs. That was a brilliant shot, but it finds the fielder. First wicket for Rashid and for Nepal.
Or rather than going the shorter length, gone the fuller length, looking for the Yorker, looking to hit the batsman on the toe. Not quite getting it where he wanted to, but it was just enough to not allow Khalid to get under it and put it over the fence. Khalid out for 15, UAE 65 for 1.
Tandon walks in to join the captain, who's been stranded on 49 for a while now. 49 of 14 for Asif. 13 have come off this over. Included those 2 sixes. Khalid now can Ansh Tandon join his captain and take UAE to the final. Oh, that was close. Overthrows. And who would have thought that that would go for 4 runs at the boundary?
Not exactly what Nepal needed, that's for sure. It bowled a good ball. It's a chance for a run out. Would have been out, could have been out, but unfortunately the throw was so wide the wiki had no chance to change direction.
Can't scream at the wicketkeeper if he's captain. And the captain unfortunately couldn't get to it. And not much of an effort. Ansh Tandon is off the mark with a boundary. That will be credited to him. This is an expensive over, in spite of the fact that there has been a wicket. a dot. A little puff of dust. The ball landed on that surface.
Well, I know we spoke at the start of play about the wicket, and it has been magnificent. But this is the second day, and I just wonder, a little bit later on as we keep playing, will it start to spin a little bit more? Will there be a little bit of, I guess, up and down bounce? Not a lot, but just a little bit to give the bowlers some hope.
And we don't have a scorching sun today, but a nice bright sunshine. It was a little overcast in the morning. And Hoggy, what's that going to do? Is it going to get easier for the batters? Or will the spinners come into play as the day progresses?
I'm just going to get my crystal ball out. But I don't think the wicket's going to deteriorate too much. I think we're going to see plenty more sixes later on today. But if you got bowling like that, where it's a little full under the nose of the batsman on the toes, it's going to be very difficult for that art to deliver it. UAE 70 for 1.
Stuart Binney going through his warm-up, and who can forget his last tour as Shonix against UAE. Hit quite a few sixes, and then they fell short by just that much.
Yeah, just both offside and leg side. When Stuart Binney's hitting through that cover region and over the top, you know that he is in top-notch form. And then as the innings went on, started to find the leg side with the cover side as well. Good all-round cricketer, Stewie Binney.
India found themselves in the same pool as Pakistan and UAE. And because of that win, UAE progressed to the quarterfinals, where they eventually lost to Bangladesh. And now they're up against Nepal. It could have been a completely different story for the Indian team and the Indian fans. And Robin Uthappa, well, he'll be angry with the way things have gone. But maybe happier that he's not on a bowl today. Like, it's final game. Let me do what I do best.
It's good bowling. Tandon's come in and he's faced a lot of dots. Remembering he's 5 from 4, but 4 of those were handed to him with overthrow. So theoretically, he could have been none from 4 at this present point.
India in action up against Oman. That's the next game, and there are quite a few Indian fans who are here in attendance to get a glimpse of their favorite heroes. That is a freebie. It's a send to the boundary. That's a 6. It's been 9 deliveries that Asif has been kept off strike.
Looking for the Yorker, looking for the toes, not quite getting it, and punished. But one thing I'm loving about Vivek, it's a tough situation. The aggression, the way he marked his run out. He just meant business. He wanted it. He wanted the ball in his hand. He wanted this tough contest.
Finds the fielder there, who did well rather than get to the ball. And now, after 10 deliveries almost, 49, Asif, could be the final delivery for him. He'll have to retire. Take a look at that strike rate. 6 sixes. Striker at 350. He's been off the crease for a while. Where's this going, Ryan?
I'm going to put my money on over mid-off for 6.
And it goes over mid-off for 6. We got a fortune teller here. Ryan Campbell predicted it. sailed over mid-off. Asif Khan retires with 55. And he's taken his team, UAE, brink of victory. It's massive. That's right in his slot.
Yeah, 100%. He loves them there. Brilliant innings. Absolute brilliant innings. 55 from just 14 balls.
Sanchu Sharma, the new man in. Very economical with the ball. Comes in when his team needs 11 runs for victory to get into the plate finals. Gets a single. Brings back Ansh Tandon on strike.
I'd love to see a dot ball here, Hoggy. Just to take it into the last over with... I know it sounds like it's only 10, but still a little bit of pressure on if that happens.
Oh, he loses the ball. Could have been a run out. But it's gonna come down to the final over now. UAE need 9 of 6. And Vinayak Shukla, boy from UP, is now the captain of Oman. And he's up against his homeland, India, that's being led by Robin Uthappa. India looking for that first victory. But here in this plate semi-final, 86, 9 required of the final over. The responsibility has been given to Dipendra Rawat. A little spin. What do you make of this decision, Brad Hogg?
Well, can't do anything else. He's the only bowler or the only player that can bowl the bowl the over. But left arm spin, I think it's good out the end. 9 runs off 6 balls. Batsman will be thinking, right, there's going to be one ball where I can put away to the fence. But is he prepared to take the single? That's the other thing. Or is he going to try and overhit it? I'm going to back the spinner in here.
Just a little whoa from Ryan. Right. Here comes the first delivery. And it bisects the fielders. The pressure's off. It's a boundary. Equation's down to 5 or 5.
I didn't tell you which spinner I'm backing in because Tandon bowls leg spin.
But it's a big call defending 9 off the last over. I love it though, Hoggy. You're always looking after the brotherhood.
It's a code that they live by. And that'll be the end of the game. 2 balls. First a boundary, then a 6. But UAE have to thank their captain, who smashed it all over the park for a brilliant 50. And UAE get to 96. And they win by 5 wickets. They'll meet South Africa now in the plate final of the Hong Kong Sixes. UAE's chase was led by their captain Asif, who was absolutely brutal. 55 of just 15.
Yeah, absolutely. He really led the way for the UAE. Gave Nepal absolutely no chance to defend this.
As you'll see here, lots of massive sixes down the ground, and so powerful in that area. If you missed by a fraction, he was all over you.
One thing you don't see in these highlights were the 2 falls that he hit off the first over. Just elegant glides using the base and the angle early on, but he was just dynamite. Finished off beautifully. And the Nepal bowlers, Pratish, finally getting a little bit of a hammering. He's been the best bowler of the tournament, but not for today. Rashid Khan and Lokesh, they all struggled, but it was UAE who are way too good for Nepal.
UAE make it to the finals now for the plate, and it'll be South Africa in that big final against UAE, but it's India taking on Oman. But here's the information for you. That final is at 3:40 p.m. Hong Kong time. But now, India, who won the toss and have chosen to bat first, start proceedings. That's how the toss panned out. Little waver from Robin. I'll hand it over now to Abhishek Jhunjhunwala and Niall O'Brien.
Thanks. And we look at the teams. Robin again leading. Bharat Chipli, Kedar, Shrivas Goswami, Vinny and Nadeem. It's an unchanged team for India and for Oman. Vinayak Shukla has been in terrific form. Zakaria Islam. And plenty of talent in that Oman squad as well. Robin Uthappa out there. And alongside him, Bharat Chipli, who's batted really well so far. And India choosing to bat finally. But the bowling has been a biggest issue. And Hussain Shah is going to start proceedings for Oman with the ball. And I've got Niall O'Brien alongside me now.
Good morning. This is well, it's an opportunity. Let's call it an opportunity for India to redeem themselves. Very interesting talking to Robbie Uthappa at the toss. He said it's been embarrassing. He was very open and he was very frank. He said his team's performances have been embarrassing. So it's nice to hear a captain be so open and honest.
Yeah, he's been vocal about it and he's been very honest, as he said. And it has been embarrassing because they haven't won a single game so far and they would want to finish the tournament at least by 1 win. Nicely played. The slower delivery, gaps all around the park. Just opened the plate for the first boundary.
Yeah, and I like to see him at the top of the order as well. I know that he's made a few changes. He's slipped down to number 3. He's had a bowl that just didn't work out. And India are the only side in this year's Hong Kong Sixes to not win a game yet, which is surprising.
Logged away, there is protection in the deep. A big opportunity for Oman. Speaking to the captain and some of the players. Vinayak Shukla, the captain from Uttar Pradesh. So an opportunity for him to come up against players that he's watched on the TV for a long time.
And also the fact that the trend was broken in the last game, wasn't it? With a side chasing down a total. So all of a sudden, that little psyche in your mind, don't worry about that, like that. Look at that. Beautiful piece of bowling, good aggression from Hussain.
Well, we haven't got the speed gun, but that's I reckon that's 135, 137 Ks. So that's good pace. But more importantly, as you rightly say, Corky, the aggressive intent.
Bharat Chipli was not expecting a bouncer. The way he played that one.
Well, I'm not sure. Was he given 1 for the over? If not, guess what? Go again. Give him another one.
Actually swung back. That wasn't that far away from just clipping Chipley on the left ankle. He just looked to leave and it actually swung very late.
Yeah, the earlier one was at his nose and the next one going for the toes with the Yorker. just marginally missing. A hint of swing at the end.
Did you see Robbie's toss? He tossed the coin up, and it was such a bad toss. He caught it again. I said, we'll have to redo that. Popped powerfully, and a misfield. Not good support in the deep. Asif Khan, the culprit. You've got to support your bowler better than that.
Was in the slot for Bharat Chipley, and that should have done better, the fielder.
Such a good over before that. First 4 balls just gone for 6 runs. Big ball. Can he finish it out? Tell you what, he's got a bit of gas here. That's name. That's 2 or 3 times now he's hustled Chipley. Great first over, 11 off it.
11 without loss.
Ravi Uthappa looking for their first victory. Goswami, Stuart Binney has had a good tournament. Leading Oman. Looking forward to this contest. Mujibur Ali. Well, the Oman boys playing their cricket in Muscat. Chipley, no real timing, but he has been a good touch, Corky.
Certainly was. Powerful player. Not big boundaries here, I think we've talked about that, but also his placement, his extension of his arms as well. We've seen a couple of misfields so far. That one bounced at him, that was difficult. But yet, in a tournament where the team have not produced, Chipley has probably been the glimmer of hope, and they'll need an innings from him today.
He's batted really well, 130 runs in the competition with a strike rate of 302, 13 sixes as well for him.
Lovely bit of timing, but more importantly, the placement. It was fired in and just opening the blade.
It's a good delivery because you're going for the Yorker. The chances of sixes are less, but at the end, he knew he couldn't go straight. Just opened his face at the very end, Robin Uthappa.
Well, talk to me about it, you know, his technique. Why is he so good? What does he do so well?
I think he looks to hit downtown first. He's got a very simple technique. Like that. Nicely done by Robin Uthappa. Love going over covers, love going over long off. Hence, he's been a special player.
Never overhits the ball. Look at the ease in which he hits, and the footwork is very swift. It's very nimble, like most keepers. Dancing down the surface, the transfer of weight through the ball, and just eases the ball over extra cover. It goes a long way. Oh, the power! Now the power!
Well, he makes it look easy as well. And for any young cricketer out there, boy or girl, just watch the position he gets into. High back lift, nice follow through, and he's not looking to overhit it. All he's looking, in his mind now, is just looking to hit straight.
Well, that's his area. That's his area. He's got the sunglasses on and it's working. 2 done, 32 of that loss. Robbie Uthappa, first player to win the IPL and Orange Cap in the same tournament. For KKR, the reigning champions. I'll tell you what, they've been in the news the last few days. The KKR. This is the last ball of the previous over. Beautiful 6. Captain gone, and CEO was on the defensive. Offered him a retention, offered him the top retention, turned it down.
Yeah, that's a big call from Shreyas Iyer. Definitely.
They came in for a bit of criticism, KKR, and they had to defend themselves. And they went on record saying they offered him the first retention, he turned it down.
They must be thinking he might get a lot more money from somebody else, from some other team. Shreyas Iyer to put himself in the option.
So that's what it's about then, is it? Get as much as you can, not about staying with the franchise that has just won it.
Work out. We don't know the ins and outs. It's not just about the money, but that is a good shot from Bharat Chipley, for sure. We're struggling a little bit in this innings so far.
Reigning champions. Hard to walk away from the reigning champions. This is a lovely shot. It's a slower ball, goes to the off cutter into the surface, but Chipley was all over it. Lovely 6, up and over, long off. Always nice to hear from the Indian captain.
The best advice I've got has been from my batting coach, Praveen Amrit. He said to me once that if your will to win is greater than your fear of failure, you will succeed.
Yeah, Praveen Amrit definitely helped him. He was the coach in Pune Warriors when Robin was playing in 2011. Praveen. Bharat Chipley at the moment striking it beautifully. 6, 6 and a 4. And look at that for a 6. He's got such a clean swing of the bat, Bharat Chipley. And that was a good shot, a low full toss.
Yeah, good shot. Really good to hear from Robbie there about his experience. Praveen Amrit, excellent coach. Oh, you bowl in the slot, you're going to get tonked.
They're suddenly picking it up, 50 up for India in 2.5 overs. And Bharat Chipley is on the charge.
Ramanandi is bowling around to the right-hander. Don't understand it. I think it opens up both sides as a bowler. Much prefer him to come over and go across. This, to me, is the wrong angle.
Oh, has it put it down? Top edge. Thought the keeper was in the game for a moment. 26 off the over. Chipley finding form. 58 with that loss. Chipley and Uthappa having 58 in 3 overs in jig time. India searching for that elusive W. Oman trying to take down a heavyweight of the world to eclipse their victory over Ireland at the 2016 World Cup. Maybe people will stop talking about that then. That's going to be a wide down leg side, eh?
Yeah, the Oman bowlers need to keep things very simple at the moment. They're trying too many different things, too many different angles. Bharat Chipley went for the big heave. Final delivery of the previous over. Left arm fast bowler coming around the stumps, as Corky mentioned, does open up both sides as a batter, for the batter. Got to go full. They've got to try and stop the batter from getting that elevation.
All pace at the moment, and India love it. India loving medium pace. That's just too easy.
Just watch this shot. This is just sensational. Just watch the position he gets in. Doesn't look to overhit it. I think this is important. Just look, and it's like a little pitching wedge at golf. Get underneath it, follow through, don't overhit.
Slow ball, back of the hand, picked. It's too easy. The footwork is too good, too precise. Never looks hurried. Robbie Uthappa. Thick outside edge. Maybe it's India's day. He apologises to the bowler.
He keeps it very simple, Robin. Again, looking to go straight down the pitch, getting an outside edge on that occasion.
Well, I'm sure the captain, with that lovely apology, not sure I got many of them if someone nicked me or inside edged me. They just laughed. That was probably because it was me. But what he's thinking now is, what total do we need? With our bowling unit, yes, I'm not going to bowl today. As in, he's going to keep wicket today. But what do they need? I think they need at least 120. At least 120.
That's out. Has he edged it? It was right in front of middle and off stump. It did swing a little bit. Robbie, oh, now they're at the bowler's end. Incredible. They went for the double play.
I think Chipley's shot there. He's walking back already. He knows it. Very smart from the bowler. Quick thinking. I think Chipley knows that he's short. He'll have to make that walk back to the pavilion. Nicely done by Hussain. They needed a wicket. They got one. Chipley will be gone. Out for 32 of 11. India 70 for 1.
Well, this is extraordinary. First of all, Robbie says he nicks it. I don't think he did. I reckon that was plumb in front. And then Chipley's ball watching. And there he is. Oh, God, get my skates on. Yagodski. No dive.
Yeah, so the keeper throws it to the bowler, gets it, throws it down. Gone. Yeah, you think that Robbie says he hits it. If I'm honest, I don't think he's going to tell you something that isn't true. Knowing him as an individual, there's lots of batters, let me tell you. There's some in here who would nick it for second slip. I'm looking at the Aussie in the back, Ryan Campbell, and say he didn't hit it.
Short ball, catch it, Corky, catch it. Oh, over our heads. Plumb in front, and then Chip.
Brilliantly played that by Robin Uthappa. Was short, but look at that swivel. How calm and collective he is when he played that shot. That's a 6 in most rounds. Well controlled by Robin.
Got some pace here, Hussain. He's been impressive.
And clever, he uses the pace, doesn't he? Certain bowlers, you think, can I get him down the ground, or is it easier to just use the pace and lift them leg side or open up the offside?
Up and over the leg. Generally goes offside, but once again, just a flick of the wrist. Moves to 48.
They'd love to finish it up with another 6 here, Robin Uthappa, and look at that for a shot again. The balance, his head position is the key when he plays that shot. And the use of the bottom hand at the end to get that ball up and over. Square leg as well. Brilliantly done by Robin. 3 6s already in this over.
Yeah, he's on 48. Playing nicely. I just think this LB, a couple of balls ago, was right in front. Swung away. He has not hit that. His bat hit the ground. Absolutely stone dead, Robbie. How dare you? You should have walked off. Eased through the covers, and that's going to be 50. The first 50 for the Indian captain at the Hong Kong Sixes 2024. 4 overs bowled, 86 for 1.
He has batted beautifully. Played a wonderful knock with a strike with a 400. And they needed it from him.
He's a quality player, and although he hasn't had the best of tournaments, we see him a lot playing around the world, and when he's in this type of form, he's very difficult to bowl at. Uses pace really well, hits down the ground, doesn't look to overhit it. A sensational performance from the Indian captain.
Stuart Binney, the new man, he's had a very productive tournament, bat and ball. And Kedar Jadhav alongside him. Two new men in the crease, neither have faced the ball. That won't matter at all. This will be attempted to be flogged for 6. Are you listening to me, Stuart?
He's such a strong hitter of a cricket ball. Again, in the slot. Keeps it very simple, Stewie.
With 10 balls left. Probably need another 35 here.
120 minimum. I said that a while ago. They need 120 because of their bowling unit.
They've got Goswami to bowl today.
Okay.
Well, Super Coach here said he's handy.
Did I? That's nicely done. Over extra cover. First ball. Bang. For a 6.
Zikria with his off spin around the wicket angle, just too much width. Looking for that wide Yorker put down in the hospitality. Jams it. That's excellent. 100 comes up.
They need at least 1, if not 2, boundaries to finish things off in this over. 120, 130 with their bowling is minimum for India.
Decent over this. Binney had a nice performance against the UE. Couldn't get them over the line though, Abhishek.
It was very close. He needed 32 of the last over. 4 6s and a 4, and they just needed a couple of runs in the final delivery. It's been a very good over. 16 from it. India 102 for 1 after 5.